Vimbada energy. Hey. Oh, Mr. Moji. Hata tunasikiza ngoma yako sahi. How are you, sir? Karibu. Ni mangoma tunasikiza. Thank you for joining us, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have Mr. Moji ShortBabaa in the house. How have you been?
Nimekuwa poa, man. Try to protect from COVID-19.
Yes, kabisa. Thank you, sir.
Asante mazee.
How actually, now that we are talking about COVID, hii season inakupelekaje?
Hii season iko iko fit because I think sustainability ya God imekuwa poa tu bado. Okay. Na pia to protect from hii kitu. Okay. And yatuko so serious about it by side tumeanza kuona it's actually very real. Yes. So nasema protection imekuwa poa. Of course kuna challenges, so many gigs cancelled. Okay. So many things cancel over the period of time when hii kitu happen. Yes. So many opportunities may have to change. Okay. But bado tunashukuru Mungu and we still keep working whatever we can.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
And actually, one question that I've always wanted to ask you, demystify your unique name, Moji ShortBabaa.
ShortBabaa.
Yes.
So my real names are James Mohair.
Yes.
Mukige. Those are my real names. So growing up, guys used to call me Moshi. So when I wanted to come up with an artist name, I wanted to have more. So it's like I think more, maybe J is from James or something, but the ShortBabaa is I was looking for a unique name. I think it's so funny, but in my young age, I think in high school, I had understood a bit of branding. So I wanted a name, when I say it, you don't forget it. Yeah. You either laugh or you ask a question about it, but you will not forget. Yes. And for sure, if you hear the name ShortBabaa, it's like a funny name. Yes. Yeah, and because guys used to make fun of me that I'm short and stuff like that, and some guys used to call me Baba, and nilipata beard yangu pia mapema, and guys used to fanya nikaika mzee. So nikasema tu I'll take these things, all these stones that they're throwing at me, and I'll build my brand from that.
Very good.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Now, Sasa, let's talk a bit about building your brand. And you're also in a group, in a gospel group, and you've stuck to the gospel niche. Yeah. What made you venture out by yourself now to do some solo work?
So a bit of history. We started singing together as Kelele Takatifu a while ago, man. Sijui niseme miaka watu wa yangu wanawatch. Lakini wewe at least wewe utaona ni juzi. 206. 206 that's when we started singing together. We met in high school, senior chief kwa Inange.
So 206 ulikuwa high school?
Kwa high school, form 1.
Okay.
So we met with Didi na immediately we hit it off. Tukaanza kuandika muziki and stuff like that. And by form 2, form 3, that's 207, 208 hapo tulikuwa tushaanza Kelele Takatifu. So by the time tunatoka high school, that's 209, 2010, tukaingia muziki, tukaimba pamoja, tukastruggle pamoja in Nairobi, tumeteseka sana. Until 2015 hapo, that's when things like now we had successes before that, but 2015 we went national. And then like 2 years later now, in 2017, some things happened in terms of like, growing up. So we all grown up at that time. Yes. We are boys now, we are men. Ideologies may change, purpose and all that. So we called it quits. And then 2017 now we ventured out as a solo artist. Okay. So nimekuwa solo artist for like what? This is a third year now, since 2017, like September.
How did certain successes change your life? We look at some of the awards that you got. We look at you performing for Coke Studio as the second gospel artist and numerous other things. Yeah. Ease of it to what new things or what new ideas or what breakthroughs did each of those things bring along?
I think the first thing, the biggest thing, or even the Bible talks about this. The Bible says it's nothing as good as a name. So all these songs, at least now, they make your name bigger. So it means you can use your name for so many other like guys now can call you for so many other things than just your music. So like I got brand deals like the one you're saying, Coke Studio stuff, concerts of course. Like I think in the year 2018 I did a lot of performances. I can't even remember how many in that period because now everybody wanted me. So nilikuwa nashinda sijui wapi Kisumu universities wapi. Went to a lot of universities zingine hata sikuwa really like sikia vizuri. Nilienda sijui Jaramogi Oginga University, Kabianga, yani nilipata so many, you get a lot of bookings. Of course inaleta do inakam na do because you get paid for the shows and the deals and stuff like that, but also it elevates now you can reach more people. So whatever you're selling, whatever is your message, kama message yako ni ya, kama mimi ni ya God, ni message ya gospel na ni message ya God, then now inaweza reach so many other people. So nisasema it gives you a bigger platform. Now even when you're releasing your next track, you have more people, the media is more receptive to your stuff because now they perceive you a certain way.
Yes.
Yeah, but for me, funny enough, people already knew me.
Yeah.
I think guys were wondering whether maybe I'll make a bigger song than Itakuangori, stuff like that. Because Itakuangori was our biggest song as Kelele Takatifu.
Yes.
Which was it was also a very, sema ilitembea sana hiyo song.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are curious about the gospel industry and also income generated, because there's I don't know, maybe you can share a bit or you can enlighten us regarding money. You know, gospel artists vis-a-vis, you know, people doing other genres. Iko aje?
What's different when it comes to like money in the gospel industry is that can't be your main cause.
Yes.
That can't be your main thing. It can't be my money or sikuji ama kitu kayo. You get? Like there are certain places God will lead you and you'll have to do things, you know, zenye maybe ujalipo what you would normally ask for, stuff like that. Yes. So that's not the main thing. There's a bigger calling to it. But at the end of the day, there's that understanding that at the end of the day, I'm still, you need to nafanya every day. So bado inafikanga place, guys, some guys would want to take advantage because of that. But I think there is money, and I think for us, when you're a mainstream gospel artist, not mainstream per se, but a mass market gospel artist, when your brand is big, there's an advantage because now you can go to, I can perform in churches, I can perform in corporate events, I can perform in so many other things. Like there's a weekends I've performed there, like to like very different audiences, you know. Go to a university, go to a corporate event, and then on Sunday maybe you're in a church.
Yes.
And then the other Saturday you're in a school doing some fun day and stuff like that. Because being a conservative country, there are certain platforms that can only be available to gospel artists, you get? Like if it's a kids fun day or a kids graduation, like schools like this, you know, there are certain songs you can't sing for the whole family, yes, but you can have us there. So nasemanga kuna advantage. There's money in the gospel industry, only that if money is your main thing, then you know you lose it, because then guys have a certain expectation, yes, placed on us, you know. Unapenda pesa sana pia na hizo vitu zote itaharibu at the end of the day. Okay. Yeah, but there is money and there is a place ya kusema you guys need to pay me my worth and stuff like that. Yeah. Yes.
Other than now events, what if now I were to venture into the gospel industry? Yeah. What other ideas should I have in terms of income generating, maximizing, making sure that my music not only touches lives but also generates income? What should I leverage?
No, we have different avenues. Yeah. I think one, of course, shows. That one we mentioned. Performances in churches, in colleges, in corporate events, and all that. Then we have digital sales. This is Kiza, and we have other platforms like Apple Music, Boomplay, Songa, and all these other platforms. Some of them are free, some of them are you get something. There is now if you build your brand now, your brand can get brand deals. You can work with phone companies. You can work with I've seen gospel artists even, you know, you've seen like I've done more like right now I'm currently working with Oppo. Okay. Yeah, with the Oppo phone. Oppo. Yeah, this is the Reno 2, but I was pushing the A92. left with my car. But that's pushing Oppo and so many other. There are times we work with Safaricom and again like Coke and all these other things like brands like that. So corporates can get you to like be an ambassador or endorse projects zao. Okay. We've seen even artists wakifanya akina size 8 akifanya diapers nini and stuff like that. Yeah. So if your brand is big, you can even the husband DJ Mo even doing like Brodo is bread, you know. Yes. So if your brand is big, then that can be another cash avenue. Okay. That can be another avenue for you to get some revenue. So endorsements, shows, digital sales and physical sales. If you're selling CDs, gospel artists all over River Road, they really do well kwa Skizan and also physical sales. Yeah, and also you can tour outside the country. Like I've had the privilege to like tour the United States a couple of times. Yes. With Clay Takatifu and as Moji ShortBabaa. That's also another cash avenue. Okay. Yeah.
At any given time, you have something that's at least generating cash.
Yeah, and of course, pia kuna so like me, there's other things I've done on the side. Like now I'm a singer, but I also songwrite. That's also another. Yeah, so I've done jingles for different companies. I've done songs for other artists. That's also like another. If you're an artist and you're good at writing songs, you can write songs for other people as well. Yeah, and also it just depends how you can extend. It just depends on your talent and how you can extend. Because now, when you nilikwambia, yeah, if you get a good name, you can use it. Because I'm also on TV. I was doing a show with Kaleche Mumo at some point on K24. I have another one now running on Rainbow TV on Star Times. It's called Mjadala. Yeah. So it just depends on how you push yourself, how you build your brand according to the abilities given to you by God. Okay. Yeah.
So it seems like once you attain a certain level of success, unaona mziki, like, you know, the breakthrough that you had with your song, has it been a ripple effect? Unajikuta tu umefanya different things representing different brands, and you said a good name. Do these brands actually approach you now?
Yeah. Some approach you, some you have to approach. Just depends, yeah. But vile nimesema, at the end of the day, some of these things I was doing even before. Some of these things I started doing in Kele Takatifu, because I also MC events, yeah. So like when I was in Kele Takatifu, I hosted Groove Awards, yeah, the first time, 2017, and I hosted it again in 2018. So space ikifunguka unaingia huko, and whatever ability you have unaisukuma even zaidi. If you are an actor, if you can act, you can do other things. I think nashukuru God amenifanya semaje multifaceted. I can do a number of things because I've also acted in a local TV series inaitwa Suna Johnny. Also had a role Suna Johnny on Maisha Magic. So it's just wewe vile uko ile kitu uko nayo unachukua tu extend, unaingia pale because God has given you a good name. Now use that good name kuingia hizo places na kusell other abilities that you have. So that's one way of increasing your casting your net wider and also, like, you know, getting paid. Yeah, man.
You have a certain groove. You know, you have the dances that you incorporate.
Yeah.
You know, you have a contemporary groove to your music, the hip hop, you know, vibe. Eh?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of collaborating with people outside the gospel genre?
Honestly, I can't say it has ever gotten to, it has never been a serious thought. Yeah, it has always been it has never been a serious thought. Yeah, so, but, yeah, there have been even offers, to collaborate with other guys. But I think, for me, that's a very sensitive area. I can only do it if I'm led by God. Okay. If God leads me that way, I'll do it. Because I get that question a lot. And I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, I know what I'm called for. And that's my priority. The people that I'm called to. The people that I'm called to minister to. And I know that's my priority. So anything that I'll do, I must check how it will affect the calling that's on my life. So that's my priority. Yeah. Okay. Because we could do those collabos and we could do them because of other reasons. But for me, whatever I do is, I consider my calling first, and then now, if God leads me, man, nitatoa album zima, man. Yeah.
Na sasa what is next for you? I mean, inaonekana mlango mingi zimefunguka.
Yeah.
Do you, wewe mwenyewe, do you know, okay, you obviously have a vision.
Yeah.
What is that vision and what's next for you?
In the long run, what I really want to be is like, Moji ShortBabaa to be like an entity, like a media entity, TV shows and music, big events and all these other things, big brand deals at the end of the day. But I really like, in terms of ministry, like in the next few years, guys are gonna see me focus more on reaching out to the kids, because I've realized my music has it appeals to the kids a lot. I'm sure if at all unaishi mahali kuna watu hii, I'm sure you have heard them sing my song at any one time, They like the dance ya kanisas, the Vimbadas, those kind of songs. They really like them. So I'm gonna gravitate towards doing certain things that there might be not even in the music, but projects and stuff like that. But guys are gonna see more music piano, and guys are gonna see me create a lot of content, yeah? Like being who I am and my principles and stuff like that, I want to create a lot of content for maybe the internet and stuff. I already do that on my Instagram, but now do a bit more. Yeah, in the next coming. So it's just to be an entity that can do a lot of things at the same time, pushing the same message and sticking to the same lane. Yeah.
Looking at the world and how we are going. Ukiangalia Twitter, kwanza there are a few comments that have really, you even wonder what is the future of spreading the gospel. Yeah. Especially when COVID hit, unakuta comments watu wanasema this is not something that we can pray out. You understand? And these are young people. What do you think? I mean, when you look at the world today, are people who are supposed to spread the gospel doing what is necessary? Because it seems like the belief in God is, I don't know what your take on that is.
Yeah. I think
you understand what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, yeah? There are big questions. Like, at time I saw somebody tweet, what's God in all of this?
Yes.
But I think, apart from Corona, which has affected all of us, I think we all have gone through Coronas in our lives, like big things, big issues that we never thought we'd overcome, And for me, I've always learned to know that God is in control. So I don't know, there are certain questions I can't answer because we're all in this, I can't tell you this. But what I can tell you is that God is in control, because in our own personal lives, you can understand what God is speaking to you in this season. God is speaking to different people in this season, because there are people who have now, found their purposes. There are guys who have started new things and stuff like that. There's still, and sometimes, as Christians, when you start talking a lot of spiritual stuff, guys are like, this is whatever. But I can tell you this, because I'm a believer and I'm not ashamed of it. Okay. Even in this season, God is speaking and God is doing things, and God is giving guys new ideas. And we will only know this at the end of it. Yes. At the end of all this, we'll see the big picture. But Sai, it can be hard to understand, but I know God is in control at all times. Yeah, so may I tell guys, usishuku, usiogope, wewe trust Mungu na utulie. Na uongoje akudrive hivi venye nimedrive wana George na utaona mambo iko fit.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Is there anything that maybe we have left out that you would like to add on? A short comment, anything.
I think George is a good driver. This one. I like to tell guys that, at the end of the day, I think I'd like to encourage guys and tell them, Yani, it's gonna be okay. I know guys are going through a hard time right now. We all are in this, Yani. But at the end of the day, God is in control, and God is gonna take care of His people. So, tubaki na yeye hivyo mtu wangu. That's all I can say.
Amen.
And follow me on social media, and please subscribe to this channel. Watch, guys. Please subscribe to Ride Free with George.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Every Monday.
Thank you. Hey, Mr. Moji, tumekushukuru sana. The reason why we call it Ride Free with George is because you've been kind enough. Yeah. Kwa sasa, you've been kind enough to just give us your time. Yeah. What we want to give you is a free ride in the future.
Okay.
It could be tomorrow, it could be the day after, whenever. Yeah. You'll just call us tell me, George, unajua nini, please pick me up from this point and drop me off at this particular point. And it doesn't necessarily have to be you, inaweza kuwa mtu mwingine.
Okay.
Yes, and we'll do that for you.
Unaweza mpeleka LD basi sasa.
Within Nairobi County. Within Nairobi.
Kini baria zimefunguliwa upeleke LD.
Naweza sema Nairobi Metropolitan. Within Nairobi Metropolitan. So kutoka hapo mpaka Ongatarongai. Si unajua hata wasema Ongatarongai iko Kenya.
Asante sana.
Tumekushukuru bana, you know, God is blessing you.
Yeah.
You're a testimony definitely of how God's blessings work in somebody's life.
Yeah.
In somebody's life rather.
Yeah.
Na hata kama ngoma yako vile tu inasema ni ngori bila Yesu.
Itakuwa
ngori kabisa. So si tumekushukuru man, may God keep on expanding your territory.
Yeah, man.
In Jesus name.
Pia wewe George.
Yes, sir.
God akubless kabisa.
Amen.
Next time tutanibeba na limo.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Poa.
Have a good day.